First at 4, the total solar eclipse in Detroit. We have been tracking this amazing event from coast to coast and here at home. Ben Bailey is live in Kentucky, a point of totality. Ben.
Karen, over 100,000 people on their way back home with incredible stories to share for generations after a once-in-a-lifetime event. We'll have more from this small town in western Kentucky coming up.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
But first, breaking news emerging from Chesterfield Township. That is where rescue efforts are underway right now after 2 men became trapped while working on a construction project. You are looking at the scene right now from Sky 4. This is the area of 21 Mile and Jefferson on Edgewater Street. We are told that both men are alive. They are responsive. But again, 2 men trapped. Rescue efforts underway on this breaking story in Chesterfield Township. Of course, we will keep you updated. Now, moving to that big event of the day, it's all for the eclipse, first at 4. The total solar eclipse started its trek across the United States in Oregon. As the move obscured the sun, the state capital of Salem was plunged into darkness. Thousands gathered to share the moment of totality, that shadow touching 14 states from coast to coast. Now, Michigan was not among those states, but with 80% coverage here in Metro Detroit, it was still quite a show. This is video from a camera on on the roof of our downtown Detroit studio.
That is amazing. Yeah. It's amazing this brings people together. We love it.
It really does bring people together. These folks stopped their day to watch the eclipse in Ypsilanti. Now, similar scenarios played out all over Metro Detroit. Everyone wearing those special glasses to protect their eyes, getting the chance to see history in the sky. Not only was the eclipse an amazing sight, but it really was a really special event that really brought people from all walks of life together. This is another look at the view from our rooftop in downtown Detroit. Now, whether you ran outside to look at the sky or watched our coverage on TV or online, everyone will remember where they were today at 2:27 p.m. Our Ben Bailey was in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the site of the greatest totality. All right, Ben, it was pretty awesome.
It lived up to the hype, Karen. I mean, that's simply the only thing you can say about this. For the days and even months leading up to this, you know, we were caught up in the mechanics of what's going to happen. How do you protect yourself? It was such a sciencey event. And then totality happens and emotion takes over. This was an event about feeling and emotion. Even though there were NASA scientists and there were all kinds of instruments and measurements, this was about how you connected to the universe. The eclipse did dazzle us precisely at 2:24 Eastern Time, just to the second of every astronomer's prediction. But despite the numerous first-hand accounts of people who have witnessed this spectacular sight before, most people who gathered at this farm in western Kentucky were at a loss for words.
And you watch it, and it seems like it takes forever. Then all of a sudden, there's Bailey's beads, and it's the total eclipse. And we're right here at the greatest eclipse. It's amazing.
My whole family was here. My husband works for the city, so he was here, and I got to be here, and my kids got to be here. Yeah, it was very special. And our community has done awesome. Our community has handled it perfectly.
And by the way, Angie's dad lives in Metro Detroit, so shout out to Angie's dad. We ran into a lot of folks from Metro Detroit down here, and coming up at 5 and 6, we'll be talking more about how this played on people's emotions and how everybody just says they weren't ready despite knowing exactly what was going to happen. We'll talk to the pros and how it affected them. But first, let's get caught up on the weather, which held off for us here in Detroit. Just a beautiful afternoon to watch that eclipse. And as we look at 4 Live radar, those thunderstorms not wasting any time moving in as the eclipse moved out. You can see out there in western Washtenaw County, right along 94 near Chelsea. Thunderstorm out there, a couple lightning strikes and some moderate downpours. We're not anticipating anything strong or severe tonight, but that could change tomorrow. Parts of the area under a marginal risk for severe weather. And Karen, we'll take a look at that coming up on Local 4 News at 5, and of course later with your full forecast here first at 4. So what a fantastic afternoon And I know folks down in Carbondale at your alma mater, SIU,
Yes,
got a
yeah.
spectacular show as well.
It really was. I think you brought up a good point, Ben. It was a point where it really kind of connected us to one another and us with the universe. And it was pretty interesting watching the coverage. Some correspondents actually cried, and families were bonding. What was that emotional scene like for you in that farm field and for the others that were around you?
You know, for me personally, Karen, it was emotional, it was spiritual, but you know, I tell stories for a living. My job is to come up with words to describe what I'm seeing. I couldn't do it.
Wow.
It was very difficult. Here before you, you have something that you've seen in video a million times, and it just takes your breath away. It is a spectacular sight, and of course, as 2024 approaches and that eclipse gets close to us in Toledo, I'm sure a lot of folks in Southeast Michigan will be down there to experience this event in just 7 years.
Definitely a special, special day and great coverage, and we'll be checking back with you a little bit later, of course, here at 4 and at 5 and 6. So thank you very much, Ben. Our team coverage continues, as we said. At 5 o'clock, we're going to be speaking with Dr. Frank McGeorge.
Eclipse fever is what's going around at the Cranbrook Institute of Science, but everyone here is hoping to catch it again. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tonight at 5, I'll show you how the infectious excitement spread.
All right, thank you, Doc. President Donald Trump is just hours away from revealing his strategy to win the longest-running war in U.S. history. He'll address the nation tonight. Kimberly Gill joins us now with a preview on what we can expect. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. President Trump has been very public about his frustration with the lack of progress in Afghanistan. It's a war that also frustrated his two predecessors, both Presidents Bush and Obama. But tonight, President Trump will map a new way forward. He met with his national security team over the weekend at Camp David. So far, the president has been playing this decision close to the vest. So in other words, no tweets or hints about what he has planned. The president has already increased troop size this year to 8,400, acting largely as advisors to Afghan troops. Former National Security Advisor James Clapper says he would advise the president against pulling out of Afghanistan. Listen.
At least I certainly hope he doesn't say we're getting out. Apart from the tremendous blood and treasure that we have invested in Afghanistan, is its great importance as a counterterrorism platform, not only for Afghanistan, but for the region.
Now it seems unlikely the president would propose pulling out of Afghanistan, but we don't know. Instead, though, we're thinking he's looking for a well-rounded military and diplomatic approach that will turn the tide in America's favor. Karen, the country, especially military families, will be watching that presidential address very closely tonight. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you very much, Kim. And you can watch the president's speech live tonight at 9 o'clock right here on Local 4 and streaming at clickondetroit.com. The president will be speaking from Fort Myer in Virginia in his role as commander-in-chief. A widespread search is still underway in the Pacific for 10 American sailors after their guided missile destroyer collided with a large oil tanker off Singapore early this morning. Today, the Navy ordered a pause in operations around the world in the wake of the second major collision in 3 months of one of its ships. Defense Secretary James Mattis says the Pentagon is determined to find out why this is happening.
I also fully support the Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral John Richardson's efforts right now. He has put together a broader inquiry.
Monday's incident comes amid high tensions in the Pacific. The USS McCain is named after Senator John McCain's father. Still ahead, first at 4, pop star Taylor Swift teasing her fans a bit on social media. We'll show you the mysterious tweet that has fans in a frenzy. Also ahead, if you think eclipse mania is over, think again. At least one business is still cashing in, and you might be able to save some money. Up first, money troubles for the Secret Service. A new report about why the agency is running out of money for the agents who protect the president. Sky 4 remaining over the scene of this breaking news situation in Chesterfield Township. Crews trying to rescue 2 workers from a trench that has collapsed. Just a few moments ago, our camera was able to see one of those men there. Now, this is happening on Jefferson between Hall Road and 21 Mile Road. Those rescue teams working frantically to rescue those 2 workers. We do know that they have been responsive. There has been some communication. But as you can see, this is a breaking news situation, changing minute by minute. We'll come back and give you another update when we get back.
The Boston.
Chesterfield Township rescue efforts underway after a trench collapse. Priya Mann just got to the scene and joins us live. Priya.
Karen, just take a look behind me. Breaking news is 2 men are trapped 10 feet below the surface level. They were working on a home that was under construction by the seawall. They were shoring up foundations when that wall collapsed. These 2 men, they are trapped 10 feet below the surface level. You can see a heavy police presence here. Chesterfield Township Police on scene, as well as Harrison Township Fire Department. Right now, emergency crews are working to rescue these 2 men. Again, a home that was under construction right near the seawall. They were shoring up foundations when that wall collapsed. Now, we are on near Jefferson and 21 Mile. The home in question was on Edgewater Street, right by the water here. Again, the location here, Jefferson and 21 Mile. 2 men currently trapped 10 feet below surface level. They were working on the home that's right by the seawall when that wall collapsed. Right now, a heavy presence here as emergency crews are trying to rescue these men who, again, are trapped 10 feet below surface level. A very heavy police presence here. We just got on the scene, hoping to speak with police officers shortly. We will bring you the latest information as it becomes available. Reporting live from Chesterfield Township, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Priya. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Meantime, first at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all across America and around the world. Let's start with a disturbing report about the Secret Service running out of money to pay hundreds of agents. USA Today reports it's largely because of the increased workload of covering President Trump, his family, their homes, and his travel. The paper reports the president has traveled nearly every weekend to properties in Florida, New Jersey, and Virginia. The director of the Secret Service is reaching out to Congress for more funding. That's one of the most iconic sounds in Europe, the Big Ben bell ringing in London. Afternoon today, London time, the bell went silent for almost 4 years as the tower undergoes renovations. Big Ben has been ringing on the hour since 1859. Imagine that. So you can imagine also some Brits are freaking out a little bit, and lawmakers are trying to speed up those repairs, saying 4 years is just much too long. Time now to talk a little bit about that solar eclipse again, and keeping an eye on your weather is Ben. He joins us now live from Kentucky. What a day for really everyone in the country, Ben.
It was, Karen, and I'll tell you, here in Hopkinsville, you in Detroit, most of the central part of the country got a fantastic view of the eclipse, with things gotten a little dicey the further east and west you got. So we really lucked out and were some of the best locations to watch this fantastic sight. Now we're starting to see some thunderstorms in the area. So let's check out what's going on across the area. Temperatures definitely on the toasty side outside. 87 in Ann Arbor, 85 in Pontiac. Everybody firmly in the 80s, with some of the warmer temperatures hanging around in the northern side of our metro zone and close to our north zone as well. So let's look at what's going on 4 Live radar. We showed you this at the top of the show. A little bit more activity at the top of the 4. Right now it looks like the showers and thunderstorms raining themselves out in Washtenaw County, but possibly could reform, because we've seen that happen a couple times already this afternoon. Otherwise, as we get forward into tonight, spotty showers and thunder showers around as we head through the evening, and then going into the overnight hours, we should dry out closer to dawn tomorrow, to the early morning hours. Showers and a few thunderstorms, especially in our south zone. By 8 a.m., a little trough of low pressure disturbance coming through that's going to enhance some of those thunderstorms. And anything we see really after about late morning, early afternoon has the potential to become strong or severe, especially in a small area from our metro down to our south zone. By Tuesday at 8 o'clock, cold front has passed through. We'll start to dry out, and the humidity will go down as well. And that will definitely make things a lot more comfortable in Metro Detroit. There you see the severe risk, which is the lowest on our scale, the marginal risk, and it extends basically from the Grosse Pointes right down through southern portions of Lenawee County. So just that sliver of green is under the severe risk tomorrow. Here's your 4-zone forecast. It is going to be warm tonight. Again, that cold front not coming through till late tomorrow, so we are going to stay on the warm side tonight. 72 Detroit, Dearborn matching that temperature. South zone temperatures overnight, maybe a couple spots to drop down into the 60s. but generally what we'll see is 70 degrees here for most of Lenawee and Monroe County. West zone lows tonight. Everybody's going to need that AC if you've got it. 69 in Flint, 70 in Novi and Canton, and of course that humidity that's been high today staying that way overnight. North zone lows north of M59, anywhere between 69 and 70. Not a lot of variation between those numbers tonight, but there is relief in the 7-day forecast. We'll check it out after tomorrow, which is 82. And again, those thunderstorms, anything from midday on, has a potential to become strong, especially on the east side. There are your numbers through the weekend, and it's all 70s from Wednesday through Sunday. Rain goes away as well, so we've got a dry stretch and a bright one too from Wednesday through Sunday with some low humidity. You see those lows back to the mid-50s, so things definitely looking nice, but it's going to feel like summer here for about the next 36 hours. So that's it from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Karen, back to you.
I have to ask, Ben, what is it like after something so huge, an event like this? Did everyone just kind of pack up and leave? Are people hanging out, turning it into a long vacation?
It was like somebody set off a starter's pistol. We did not see traffic that was bad at all leading up into the eclipse, but as soon as that sucker was over, these roads were bumper to bumper traffic and everybody's heading back. A lot of folks who made it into a 3-day weekend got to get back to work for Tuesday.
Back to reality. All right, thank you, Ben. We'll see you at 5. In trending stories, what is Taylor Swift doing with her social media accounts? Fans are talking about a very short video clip. We'll show you next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about trending stories on this Monday. And of course, we have been talking about the solar eclipse all day long. And if you think that the hype is all over, think again. This is one of the more unusual promotions we've seen. Frigidaire is having a blackout sale with discounts of 30% on its black stainless steel collection in stores and online. I'm not really sure about the connection between the eclipse and the kitchen appliances, but the sale does continue through Wednesday. Taylor Swift fans are really wondering what's up with the pop superstar. Over the weekend, she blacked out her social media accounts. Then this morning, she posted this short clip on Twitter. We're not sure what it is or what it's supposed to mean. It looks like some kind of snake, maybe, or a lizard. Most people think she could be teasing the release of a new album. Clearly, Swift is using social media to get people talking, and it's working. It's been nearly 3 years since she released that hugely popular 1989. Still ahead, you voted, and now we can tell you which local businesses are the winners in our Vote for the Best contest. We're starting with a little fiesta in the studio, the winner for Best Mexican Food, coming up next.
It was their first home, their dream home.
It was on the land that we wanted. It had the basement, it had the fireplace, everything.
But after they moved in, something hidden inside the house caused all of this damage.
I started crying. He started almost crying. I mean, it made me sick to my stomach.
They and other experts put some of the blame on this guy.
The pest inspector, did not find them during the inspection.
No, as the report says, in any areas.
No.
I did not find them.
If you say that, yes, exactly. Okay. You did not find them. Yes. That's what they want to hear.
Tonight at 11.
Sky 4 remains over the scene of a breaking news situation in Chesterfield Township. That is where crews are working to rescue 2 workers from a trench that has collapsed. Now, we are told that the men were working on a construction project on Jefferson between Hall Road and 21 Mile. They were working on a home. Apparently, that trench did collapse, and they are about 10 feet below. But they have been responsive. They have been communicating. And again, we do have a crew on the scene and Sky 4 up above. So we will keep you updated on that breaking news situation at 5. Meantime, we're going to shift gears. We're talking about Vote for the Best. And thousands of you voted in our Vote for the Best contest this week. First at 4, we're going to reveal some of the big winners. So the winner for Best Mexican is Mojave Cantina in Clawson. The top 3 you can see on your screen. Trini's Mexican Carryout in New Baltimore came in 2nd place, followed by Hidalgo Authentic Mexican Restaurant. That's located down in Belleville. Now, Let's take a look at some of the amazing food from Mojave Cantina. Now, these folks have won 4 years in a row, and to give you some kind of perspective, they've only been open for 5 years, so clearly they're doing things right. Now, I'm going to try to follow where the camera's going right here. Okay, there we go. This is the barbecue carnitas served with tortillas. Next to them, this is a new dish. This is chili rellenos, and this is stuffed with beef. Now, if you're going there and you want to try something different, you want to go over here and you want to definitely check out their street tacos. They're amazing the way they make them, and really lots of fun drinks and a variety, and you can never go wrong with nachos, right? Of course, all the winners will be posted at clickondetroit.com, which can be your resource really to find some of the most popular businesses in Metro Detroit. So congratulations, and we will have more on the big winners tomorrow. Meantime, Inside Edition is next.